Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Wanted to just share a quick update. It's graduation day for our little single ducky. He made it to the big pen. We were going to put him out yesterday because it was hot, so he'd be fine. Except that there were really torrential storms expected in the forecast, and they did materialize. So I didn't want to put him out there in a terrible thunderstorm when he's not 100% waterproof yet. His feathers are coming in. Once his feathers are in, he'll be waterproof, but while he's still downy, getting soaked to the bone would be harder for him to recover from. So today, no storms in the forecast, at least not for the moment. We can always move him back inside if necessary if he does get wet, but today was the better day. Now, the turkey are very curious. They're, of course, going to be the first ones to try and introduce themselves. But everybody, they're not all that concerned about it. They're kind of doing what I expect my flock to do, which is, okay, yay, new bird. So really, it's just the new bird that needs to get adjusted. And he will. Okay, a little bit of chasing. Nothing significant. Guys, don't, this is normal, right? Like, don't panic that he's getting picked on. They've all piled in to say hi. And there you go. See, once he figures out how to assert himself, which doesn't take long, the gang, the herd, the flock will scatter and will not, continue to chase him, pick on him. So now he's got just a few chicken friends in there staring him down. But, the gang that followed him into the house is not there. This is all normal flock stuff. So, yeah, he's fine. They're fine. He's certainly big enough to hold his own. And as you can see, even though they're all curious, look at how they're gathered around him. I know it's hard to see in the house, but they're all in the house and they're all gathered around, just staring. He's like the new kid in class, where the teacher makes you stand in the front of the class and tell everybody about yourself. I mean, the guinea's in there, the chickens, the turkey, everybody's in there. They're all going to come right back out, though, and what you don't hear is any noise, right? Like, you don't hear any distress, you don't see any feathers flying. That's how introductions should go. Meanwhile, our little turkey friends that are not old enough to be outside yet are actually a little bit more distressed. So they've been peeping away pretty hard. That's who you've heard in the background screaming. Yeah. Their friend is gone. They're a little confused. They're a little upset. They've got each other. They'll be fine. I would never leave young turkeys alone. Young turkeys aren't quite as resilient. I mean, they certainly can be, but I don't expect them to be quite as resilient, and so they need a buddy. If it was just this one turkey, then I would absolutely have left the duckling in, but it's not one turkey, it's two. They're fine together. They're just calling for their friend who has suddenly disappeared. And as you can see, most of the excitement about the flock addition has already died down. We're 4 minutes into it because I started videoing about 10 seconds after I put him in there, him or her, I have no idea. And the Gosling's more interested in as to what I'm up to. He or she is getting nice feathering, really looking good. Starting to get the curly cues. Of course, his breast feathers are fully curled, which all of my flock is, but he's got a really nice showing coming up. He, she. I keep calling them he, for the record. Even if I know they're girls, I call the birds he. That's just the way it is. These guys, aside from some of the chickens, I do not know what they are. All right, Duckling, for those that were concerned, is out of the house. The gang is still interested in him, but not too concerned, and he's just figuring it out, right? Like, he is a little scared right now because there's all these new people. But again, think of it like the first day of school for a new kid. You know, they're standing at the front of the classroom and everybody's staring and they're trying to figure out what clique they fit into, and nobody looks like them. You know, that's what's going on. In an hour, it'll be as if he wasn't ever not a part of the flock. And actually, interestingly enough, the Gosling and the Duckling may team up a little bit more because they have similar features. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, that's it for graduation day. I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.